Hi there. My name is Aubrey Wiest. I'm the communications coordinator at the Joseph Maley Foundation, and today I'm interviewing Sean Edwards. He is hosting a fundraiser called the Sub5 at 45 to support both the Joseph Maley Foundation and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So I'm going to ask Sean some questions about this fundraiser, and he's going to answer them for us. So Sean, the first question I'm going to ask, can you quickly explain what the Sub5 at 45 fundraiser is for those watching who are unfamiliar with it?
Yeah, so Sub5 at 45 was something that I was just looking to do something positive right now in the times that we're in with the pandemic and the race relations and everything going on in the world, just the stress of the world. So looking to do something positive, raise awareness and money for the two foundations you mentioned. And so that's where Sub5 at 45 came to do a sub 5 minute mile on my 45th birthday.
Okay. And when are you actually running the mile?
Yeah, we had planned on July 13th, which would be my birthday, on Monday. Unfortunately, I had a little bit of an accident with a finger. And so I'm going to have to postpone it. So we haven't set the true date yet, but we'll get back to that eventually here, hopefully in a few weeks.
So if you want to follow along with kind of the process and what's going on, you can follow on their Facebook page. It's just titled Sub5 at 45, or you can follow the Joseph Maley Foundation. We do updates about it too. So we'll be updating as soon as we can about when that mile attempt is going to take place. Okay. So how was the process of executing this idea been? Did anything surprise you during it?
Yeah, when I started, it was just kind of an idea I talked with my wife about and said, I want to do something. I want to use my God-given gifts and talents of fitness and motivation and just get some friends involved as well. So when I thought about it, the two organizations that are close to my heart, the Joseph Maley Foundation and the LLS is came up first. And then when I thought of that, of course, Gary Webb, a good friend of mine who I've done a lot of events with through Team and Training, came up, so I wanted to do that for him. And then for the Joseph Maley Foundation, I do the tries with Kiara. So I wanted to do it for her as well. So those are two people close to my heart. When I talked to Gary, Gary was all excited about it. And he wanted to set a goal as well. And so we kind of made it more into after talking to him and my wife and some other people, some Speed Factory people, Bobby Granger, Mary Snyder, those guys, we kind of made it more into a bigger thing than just me, which I think is what both of the foundations are about as well. It's about others. So we started asking others to make their sub goal at whatever they wanted. And so people were doing sub 7 at 37, sub 655 at 55, and sub this at that. And so it kind of turned into a bigger thing, which is always cool to see when you start something. And then the great people around me, with your organization, you guys have been awesome. And then LLS and Gary and Mary and Bobby and all the other people that have gotten involved. My daughter ran with me the other day as well. So it's been kind of fun to see once you get an idea and you kind of run with it, no pun intended there, but that the people that get involved. So I think that's the real cool thing is just how many people stepped up and supported it. And even at our first run, how many people that JMF brought out to cheer, just to start the kind of event campaign. And then just the process of raising money and awareness is always fun. So
Awesome. Thank you. So I know you kind of expanded a little bit on your individual relationships with both of the organizations, but could you talk a little bit more specifically about how you've interacted with both of these organizations, with the Joseph Maley Foundation and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and how you kind of got involved with both of them?
Yeah, so 2006, I started with the Team and Training program, which is through the um, it's their kind of athletic or sport fundraising part of the whole uh, uh, group, I guess. So what they did was take an event, a run, a cycling, or a triathlon event, and you form a team and you try to raise funds for blood cancers. And in doing that, I've met a lot of great people. Gary Webb was one of them, and we even had a team at one point that we raised over $100,000 as a team, and they named a grant after Gary. I think we've done that twice now for two different people through them. So in 2006, I started just as a participant and raised money. Did one event then, and I loved it. You know, and it was something good for me at that time, just to find some positivity in where I was at, and then also for my kids. I just wanted for them to see something that, hey, you can help other people that are in a situation that's not very good, and they were young at the time, but I think through that they've been to almost every event that I've ever been to, and actually have done some with me. So hopefully I'm passing that along with them, but I also just consider it as a sort of insurance policy. So, you know, fortunately I don't have any family members with blood cancers, but I know a lot of people that are, and some that have not made it. Our oldest son's best friend passed away as well, so that's why I kind of continue to do it for him as well, with that. And so through the years, I then ended up coaching part of the run program with them back probably in 2008 with Matt Ebersol, who's a good friend of mine and a good coach, local coach around here. And then through that, started coaching the Tri program. And then I coached that for, I don't know how many years, but a lot. And then, so that's where that came from on there. And JMF, again, I was looking for something to do. I've done Ironmans, I've done all kinds of triathlons, and I felt like I needed to be kind of looking at that. And a couple of people on our Speed Factory team had pushed for JMF, Mary Snyder and Jesse Davis and all them. And so I got in contact with Vivian and met her. I think we just met for lunch one day, me and my wife and her. And she told us the story. And of course, you know Vivian, so she's pretty powerful, passionate, persuasive, I would say. So we were fired up and thinking, well, how can we do this? And so I wanted to try to do a try with somebody. And so we started the Try Together program there, and it's been awesome. And at first it was just, hey, I'm going to do this. And then that again, with all the good people and friends around me, I think just grew, and with Vivian and then your guys' help as well, kind of grew into, you know, we had more teams last year and raised some money for that as well, which was cool. And then we're hoping to do more this year, but hopefully soon that'll be back.
Awesome. Yeah, as someone who's seen personally Try Together and seen the participants do it, it's incredible to watch. So I love that. I love that program. So I think it's incredible. Okay, thank you. I kind of want to just ask generally, because you're doing a lot for other people. You give a lot of your time to the community and to organizations that you're passionate about. Why is giving back to the community so important to you? Why is it such a huge part of your life?
Well, I think for me, you know, that goes back to my faith as well. And, you know, and just in general, I think we're here to be good people and help live in a community. And, you know, if you're faith-based or not, I think it's still a principle that needs to be passed down to your kids. And I want to be a good role model for them, but also my family and others. And, you know, two of the most important, you things in the Bible are love God and I love others. So if I can do that, then I think I'm doing well. And that's kind of what I want to do through all this and just in this time that we're in right now. So, if I can keep doing that, do fun events, use my God-given gifts and talents to provide any type of motivation, positivity, funds, anything for others, for, really, anybody. So that's my whole goal in this. And just really whatever happens. I think once we put it out there and just to see what happens is fun. So that's really it.
Okay, awesome. I think that does it for my questions, but is there anything else you'd like to say to anyone who might be considering donating or maybe participating by themselves and doing their own kind of something for something?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think the two organizations are great organizations. So I would encourage anybody to go to our Facebook page, like you mentioned earlier, the Sub5 at 45, and then also go to the websites and Facebook pages of both organizations and check that out. And I think we have the links on our Facebook page as well on those. And I think supporting people right now and the charities as well that are struggling because you can't have events, you can't have stuff, everything's going virtual, and it's just super hard for them right now. And so I would hope that if people are blessed enough to have extra right now, or working or doing some things, and not even have extra, but just can give their time or some funds or whatever they want, or just support. Like you said, just hop on the Facebook page, show some support, put your goals on, because that's what it's more about too, is just giving people something to look forward to and some hope right now. And so if they can just put on their sub goal and just be a part of it that way, that's even more so right now, the support that we're looking for. And just share some of the posts, share the videos, get the word out there. We're also supporting a local running store in the Runners Forum. So, I think that's important too, to support our local businesses and our local people that we see every day that are hurting probably right now too in this time. So yeah, do that, and would love for when we reschedule the date, would love to see more people with some sub goals and even joining us at the event or virtually at their own track or course, whatever they mark out, and do their own mile. And it's not for just a fast mile or what. It can be, hey, I've never even ran a hard mile and I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to be a sub 14 or sub 10 or sub 8 or whatever it is, or do it on a trail. Well, I don't like to run on tracks and this, so do a trail mile, do something, and then post some pictures on our site. And like I said, just share, just be a part of it, be positive, and find out what the two charities are all about.
Awesome. Thank you. I will put links for the Facebook page, for both the organization's Facebook page, for the donation page. I'll put that all in the description. This is going to go on YouTube, so it'll be in the description. It'll probably be on the post on social media as well, so everyone can find all that information that Sean has mentioned. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you taking the time to do this interview. And I'm excited to see how that final mile goes. I'll be there for sure. So very excited to see that.
All right, awesome. Yeah. Thanks for you guys, all the support and all those people that have supported us so far.
Absolutely.
So, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.